My name is Dillon Kline. I'm from Defiance, Ohio, and I work for the Ohio Department of Transportation as a mechanic. So I enlisted in the Marine Corps in 2013. I went off to boot camp in 2014. I graduated from there in August of 2014 and went on to job school in training, and then I was stationed as a military police officer at MCRD San Diego. I spent most of my time there either working or on my off time I spent riding motorcycles. In Southern California, it's about the best area in the country for that, and I had a blast doing it. And I wish I could have stayed in longer, but you know, things happen, and here we are. So in 2015, I was on my motorcycle heading south in California on the interstate, and traffic jam arose ahead of me and some cars stopped real quick. I tried my best to avoid them, but I ended up clipping the side of a car, which led to me wrecking my bike. And then about 2 weeks later, I ended up losing the rest of what was left of my leg just above my knee. So when I was in the hospital, some of the things I just questioned were, you know, how am I going to just live a regular life after this? I mean, how's it going to go for me? How am I going to do the things I like? I knew I was going to ride motorcycles again, but I wondered how I'd ever be able to ride normally again, or as close to normal as I could. And I was lucky to have a few guys, because I was in the military hospital, that came up and talked to me a lot before I got out of the hospital. So I guess I was pretty well prepared. There are things you run into in this new life, if you want to call it that I don't think anyone can really prepare you for, and you kind of just figure it out as you go. But mostly I guess in the way I could answer that is what I'm glad I was told and shown is just that, you know, life will get better. The things you doubt that you'll be able to do will go back to normal, and the majority of your life will go back to just the way you had it, entirely depending on the way that you look at it and decide to have your attitude towards it. I work for ODOT, the Ohio Department of Transportation, as a mechanic. And day-to-day operations, we have 18 dump trucks, 2 semi-trucks, a plethora of pickup trucks, message boards, road paving equipment, road repair equipment, aero boards, trailers, and some of the small facilities work is what we're responsible for. So the day-to-day here, it's usually always different. I do a lot of walking. Everything here is outside and it's scattered somewhere in the yard. So I gotta make sure my leg is working well and fits comfortably in order to do my job properly and be able to get around to where I need to go. Again, having a socket and a leg that works for that application is a huge importance. I definitely would not be able to do the work that I do without a well-fitted prosthetic. I was very lucky to find Summit City. I was referred to them through a friend of mine from the VA, and I've had nothing but good experience with them. I'm very satisfied. I drive an hour to see them when I need to see them. They've worked really well with my schedule as well. So overall, I'm extremely happy with Summit City. They've been very good to me. Bought my first bike again in December, and then I was riding it again by January. It was pretty exhilarating to be back on it, and it was really a sense of accomplishment though. Being able to overcome a major life change and not have it not stop you from doing your favorite thing. It makes you feel good. A lot of things are possible with just practice. I guess I would have two things to say. Is number one, don't be afraid of anything. This is going to change things in your life. However, all it does is change how some things are done. It doesn't mean that you can't do them. You're going to be okay. Everything will return to a quote-unquote new normal. And just don't be afraid to laugh at yourselves. But the main thing is just keep a good attitude and just push through the pain. Not too much, but push through it, make your recovery, and get back to living.